You have to really be all in, or you're just going to be in the fucking way of what you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to share a post this week from the one, the only Gary Vaynerchuk. So if you don't know him, wow, that's really crazy. So Gary Vaynerchuk, there he is. Look at that cute little guy. Oh, he's so cute. I love what Gary says here, and I hate what Gary says here. Why? So here's what he says. If you want it so bad, how are you not doing everything you can? Like, it's very, very simple. And I'll read what he says up here. If it's all you want, then act like it, bleed for it, cause a lot of you are talking, but too many of you aren't dying for it. I like that. Like, look at that attitude, because here's why I like this. There's a saying that Tom and I have had since the beginning of our, what would you call it? It's not an evolution. It's since the beginning of our time together. Let's just put it that way. And that saying is, you're either all in or you're in the way. I can remember for me, about a decade ago, writing this out. I can remember sitting at the pool table, my father's pool table from when he was 16 years old, and writing out, you're either all in or you're in the way. And when Tom and I came together, that's kind of what it was. It was like, you're either all in or you're in the way. That's why we were able to retire and we stopped doing all the other nonsense, because we're not going to be in the way of our own success. We are all in on doing this. And if you want it so bad, how are you not doing everything you can? That's what Gary is saying here. Like, this is it. This is the only thing you're doing. Nothing else. How can you go through and try to say that I'm going to build something if you're only going to do it part-time, if you're only going to do it temporarily? Like, when you become a parent, that's it. You're all in. That's it. If you're really going to be a good mother or a good father, you're doing it all the time. You're doing it when you're sick. You're doing it when it's raining out. You're doing it when school starts. You're doing it when the job says you have to work overtime. You're going to do it. And the way that you do that is you figure these things out. You don't have to know how to do everything. You have to be committed in doing these things. And that's something that I can always say that I've been able to do my whole life, is when I commit to something, I've decided this is the whole thing that I'm doing, and I'm going all the way into it, and nothing's going to get in my way. Absolutely nothing. You know, my son recently had a very bad injury, and it seems as if he has no choice, that he can't play. Things are going to come up like that in your life, okay? That unfortunately, now you can no longer do this thing. And if something that terrible happens to you or your business or what you're trying to accomplish, then yeah, at that point you can stop. But man, if my son isn't trying to do everything possible so he can go back and play, right? That's what it means. If you want it so bad, how are you not doing everything you can? And then what Gary says is, bleed for it. Because a lot of you are talking, but too many of you aren't willing to die for it. That's the thing. Like, are you interested in this? Or are you committed to, I'm going to go all the way into this. I'm going to achieve everything I possibly can, and I'm going to give it my all. And here's why I believe in this so much. I can't stand what if. Well, what if I only did these things? And what if I only did that? I want to know, and this probably comes from my time in high school, really super committed to sports. I want to know that I left everything out there on the field, and that I can't question the effort I gave to something, because I have in my time gone through and kind of half-assed something. And then it just eats away at me inside. Like, what if I only did this? What if I only did that? I mean, I used to, even in my career in banking, I used to pay such attention to the details because I did not want to mess anything up. And I gave it so much extra effort because I did not want to send something out to a prospect and then be like, these people are so unprofessional. And it wasn't a judgment on the company I worked for. It was a judgment on me. And that's the way I look at these things. It's, who is going to judge me? And there's only one judge I really care about outside of God and my family. It's me. I care about me. Like, am I going to judge this, put my head down at night and be able to sleep okay? And I can tell you that yes, the majority of my life, I can say yes to that. And the things that I was not able to say yes to that, usually within a day, a week, a month, I had to say no to that forever. And if you're going to run a business, if you're going to be self-employed, don't wait to say no forever. If you're not really committed to this thing, it's okay. Go get a job. It's okay. Let somebody else run the show and you just work behind the scenes. But don't pretend to do this each and every day.